Now here's a story that has infuriated a lot of people. My name is Ifunanya Igwe. Welcome to Make It Make Sense. So some time ago in May, news broke about one Mr. Daniel Oluwadamilola who allegedly murdered his wife, Mrs. Funmilayo Mary Ann Oluwadamilola, on the 18th of May 2024. And the family of the woman who lost her life, unfortunately, got Oluwadamilola, her husband, arrested. He stayed in prison for 2 weeks. He was beaten, he was battered, and all of this was still while he was mourning his wife. He was tagged a murderer across all social media platforms, and they also threatened to get him fired from his job. And the family of Funmilayo, who passed away, cried out and granted interviews and even involved women's rights activists, who then swooped into action to seek justice for their daughter, especially after the police had released her husband, Damilola, on administrative bail. They even started a hashtag Justice for Funmilayo. While all this was going on, the autopsy hadn't been carried out. The Minister for Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy, was also brought into the picture, and then the autopsy was finally carried out. The autopsy result confirmed the immediate cause of her death to be hemorrhagic stroke due to sickle cell, which the deceased had. So it was found that he didn't murder his wife. The question is, why was the family so quick to pin this on him without proper evidence? Well, while doing my research, I came across one of the initial accusatory tweets by one of the women's rights activists alleging that in the past there were repeated incidents of domestic violence by the husband, and this was even confirmed by the neighbors. Could that be the reason why? In light of this additional piece of information, does this change your opinion about this story? Were the conditions that he was exposed to fair, since he had been accused in the past of domestic violence, even if this case wasn't a domestic violence case that led to his wife's death? Now, the reason I ask this is because this is a debate currently going on about this issue on some platforms. There are people who believe that he deserved what he got as being an alleged abuser. Seeing that he is innocent of all these accusations, should he sue his in-laws and even the women's rights activists for all they put him through? What truly happened? Here's the backstory as narrated by his lawyer. At the time of his wife's passing, he wasn't even in the house. He was away because of work. He was said to be in contact with his wife all throughout the night via WhatsApp, and they were on good terms. The lawyer even released some of their WhatsApp messages. And the last message she sent him was, "Okay, love you more." That same night, she slept and unfortunately didn't wake up. The wife's family attempted to contact Damilola that particular night because they tried to contact their daughter and she was unavailable. So the next morning, Dami asked his neighbor to actually check on his wife because she was unavailable. They did, but she wasn't responding, and he further asked them to break the door down. And they did this, and unfortunately found her lifeless body. Damilola rushed back to his wife's body, and it was at that time that her family, his in-laws, got there with some police officers. They saw him with his wife's body and accused him of killing her. And the initial physical reports from the mortuary showed that there were no signs of physical assault. And Damilola, a mourning husband, was locked up for 2 weeks due to these accusations by his wife's family. They didn't seek an autopsy. It was Damilola who then raised about $500,000 to actually carry out this autopsy. There was then some back and forth between him and his wife's family about where to get the autopsy done. Eventually, they got it done. He was then released on administrative bail. The autopsy was finally done on the 2nd of July 2024, and then the results only just came out. With all that has been said, what do you think he should do next? What are your thoughts about this story? Drop a comment below. For more diverse conversations such as this, tune in to Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. Now don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, and share. My name is Ifunanya Igwe, and I hope I've been able to make all of this make sense.